raisins and granola. Someone do cheese and crackers.
All right.
Okay, you guys, we are live, coming to you from Food for Lane County, where this is Team Camera, and they are putting together snack pack bags, and these bags will go to local school children as kind of supplemental food. So they are here. Team Camera came in and is putting together, with the help of the bosses.
Are you live yet?
Yeah, So we are going along here. You betcha. So Gina, what are you doing here?
I am making snack packs.
So where do they go? Do you know?
These go to local schools that they give out to children in need, and these are their weekend packs. So each child gets 2 bags for the weekend. There's milk, juice, applesauce, granola bars, raisins, oatmeal, mac and cheese, granola, and they're gonna have these to take home for the weekend, so they have food on the weekend.
So why are you guys here? Why is Summit Funding here?
Because we believe in giving back to the community and paying things forward.
So this is one of the things that Summit Funding does, and other businesses participate in the same thing. So they're out here at Food for Lane County, and these are little packs that will go home with school children. And so on the weekends, if they don't have a meal, they'll have food there. Dawn Marie, can I talk to you?
Sure.
This is Dawn Marie Woodward with Food for Lane County, and we're like, we go way back.
Way back.
Way back. So why is this important that community members are here doing this?
Well, we've got kids in our schools that just don't know where their meal's coming from over the weekends. So we have this snack pack program in which the kids take bags of food home. It's kid friendly. They don't really need adults to help, and they can take it home and use it over the weekend.
So how do they determine who gets the bags?
We leave that up to the school.
That's awesome. So there's no stigma that goes with it. It's like, this is a treat, this is something, but really it's more than just a treat. It's very important.
It's very important. So the schools identify the 50 neediest kids in their school that are at risk for hunger, and they know who they are, and they take care of that for us. We just supply the snack packs for them.
Now, where do you get all this food? I mean, and stuff that's in here.
Some of it's donated. We have some of it, the majority of it is, we have businesses, supporters of the program, who donate money that then we can buy the specific nutritional needs that we need. Like there's milk, there's juice, there's applesauce, raisins, some crackers, there's oatmeal, there's mac and cheese that they can prepare. It's all very kid friendly. We know the kids are going to eat it. And then we'll supplement it with produce as well, like apples or oranges, whatever we happen to have on hand.
That's awesome. So where is Dan?
Where's
Somebody
Dan?
came on and said, that's my favorite FFLC employee. Where did Dan go?
He stepped out to go talk to a volunteer wannabe. And,
so can
he's
people
talking
just
to them.
come in and do the, I mean, because you have, this is Summit Funding here, but you also have other people in the room who are just helping out, so people can volunteer with you guys.
Absolutely. So they can just come in, apply, we ask a few questions, we find out where their interests are. Do they want to work in the kitchen? Do they want to sort food in the warehouse? Do they want to work in the gardens? Do they want to help with events? We match them to what they really would like to do.
So there's always a place for everybody to come help.
There is.
I love it.
There really is.
All right, we're going to talk to the boss in a few minutes, and we'll get Dan. Rick or Jordan, I will try to find Dan. When he's done talking, we'll get him on here.
Okay.
God, we have popularity contests going on here at Food for Lane County. That's just crazy stuff. All right, David, I know you're here working. Hold on.
What's up, bro?
Can you slow down for a minute? This is David Kammerer.
Hello, Rick.
So Dave, this is his team. He's Summit Funding, and so if you're in the market for a loan, this is the guy to go to. Now, I do have a kind of a loany type question. I had the radio on this morning, and I heard the reserve, they were going to raise the interest rates. Did that happen?
Rates are being raised all the time. Sometimes they're dropped. But
the mortgage rates are not directly set by the Federal Reserve.
Okay.
But in anticipation of Federal Reserve raising rates and other indexes going up, mortgage rates are on the rise. And in point of fact, they've gone up about 0.25% in the last 30 days.
So, hi, Erin. Erin Swan is saying hello. Remember Erin from Easy Credit Consulting?
Yes, hi, Erin.
She's on there. So, so people should, they should be, if they're looking at or thinking about housing, now's a good time to get in there and get doing something.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to buy a house or finance a house, now's the time to do it.
All right. You should probably get back to work. Oh,
Right.
hold on.
We're behind now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, now I've got him behind. Come this way. Come here. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Tell people who you are.
Hi, I'm Beverly Potter, the Director of Food for Lane County.
And thank you so much we didn't even expect you to be here to be able to talk because you're really, really busy. We thank you for taking some moments to do this.
Love to be here.
Why is this such a great thing? Having
Well,
businesses in here doing this kind of stuff.
It takes a whole entire community to do this. There's no way Food for Lane County could do this by ourselves. The problem's too big. And so to have the community involved and pitching in and helping us feed for people is a wonderful thing for our community.
And for school kids, school's back in session, these snack packs are vital.
We hear all the time that there's kids coming to school hungry on Monday morning and going home to households with not enough food over the weekend. So this is a great idea to have kids take some food home, keep it in their room if they want to, but to have snacks and have food throughout the weekend.
So in terms of this winter, so I know it's still summer and people are going, oh, it's still 89 degrees, but you guys are already preparing back, for the year. It's time to get thinking about feeding folks during the winter as well.
People, hunger doesn't take a vacation, so kids who are hungry are still living in food insecure households all year round. So we haven't taken a break at all. We're just doing what we do, and we're gearing up like we always do, because more and more people need our help. So every day we're like this, not just certain times of the year.
Yesterday I was at the new night shelter that St. Vincent de Paul just purchased a church, and crews were coming in with your food.
Good.
All kinds of frozen meat and things like that, putting it in the cooler, and it was so fun to see the symbiotic relationship of the different agencies working together and putting, how you're connected to them and they're connected to this, and it takes a village to do this.
And we're not duplicating either. It's one big collaboration, and most everyone who's feeding people is getting their food from us. And we collect it in our refrigerated vehicles, we bring it back here, we get it ready for the community. They come to get it or we take it to them. We don't charge them any fees, and it's an equitable distribution of healthy food throughout the whole county.
How can people get involved in helping you guys out from here through dawn?
There's 3 ways to do it, really. They can donate their time, because we had, I think, approximately 80,000 hours of volunteerism last year, which is about 38 employees full-time for us. So that's how we get this done, is through volunteer labor. And we also, people could get involved with donating food through a food drive, or have a birthday party and have your friends give food instead of presents, or people could write checks and help pay for this operation to make sure our community has healthy food.
And all are valuable, but really honestly, the checks are really great because you get food from sources that we can't. You get deals and things that you can get. So if we're just giving money, it's much easier. You get more for your buck.
It's better for us. We have all these refrigerated trucks. We have all these employees. We are trying to just keep on feeding this community, and it takes money to keep the operation running. So yes, we have economy of scale. We can purchase food. We have a bigger bang for our buck. So really, money helps us run this organization and feed everybody.
Thanks for what you do.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And all your people in here. It's fun to watch.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Can I tell you one more thing?
Oh yeah, gosh, yeah. Yeah, I'm
So
always
the most exciting news around here right now is that because of all these tariffs wars taking place in our world, a lot of the food grown by American farmers, they're unable to sell it now. So the Congress has decided to spend $1.2 billion to purchase all this surplus food.
Seriously?
And they're giving it to the food banks around the country. And it starts in 1 week. So Food for Lane County, our share of this is 1.7 million pounds of food, that, in addition to what we already have, coming in starting next week with additional truckloads every week for the next year. So we're going to be getting a lot of shelf-stable food, but we're also going to be getting pork and beef and chicken and milk and frozen food. And so, it's wonderful that we're getting so much food, and it also is we don't have enough space for all this food. And so now we have a different dilemma, which we'll figure out. But it is a lot of food coming in across the country for people who are hungry.
Now tell us again, so how did this happen? Why? Because to kind of explain that again, because I want people that just tuned in to hear that.
So people who are growing food sort of in the mid part of our country are unable to sell it now because of all these tariffs and taxes being placed on imports and exports. This thing that's happening in our world
all the
right
politics,
now.
yeah.
Yes. So the consequence is the food that they grew or raised is now half the value trying to sell it on the open market. And because they can't sell it because of the tariffs, it's going to go to waste if it's not utilized. So to accommodate the farmers, I assume, Congress decided, which they do all the time through the USDA program, they purchase surplus food, and that's what fills up our warehouses, or part of our warehouses. They are purchasing $1.2 billion of food and distributing it through the network of food banks.
That's huge.
It's huge.
Well,
Huge.
thank you, Congress, for doing something like
Yes, yes.
that. You know, I'm sorry of the situation, but thank you for getting that
Yes.
food to the people.
It's going to
who
be
need
healthy
it.
food, it's good food, and we just need to find a place to put it.
That must be a good day. When you hear news like that, that has to be like one of those days.
Well, it's yin and yang. It's
Right.
it's good news, but if you don't have space for it, and you don't have trucks, and you don't have staff, and you don't have freezers or refrigerators, then you're turning away food.
Okay, so how can people out there? I mean, what do you need to fill that? What would you need? I mean, let's just dream a little bit, and maybe somebody's out there thinking about this.
Well, what's really happened is a year ago, we were so crowded a year ago before this ever happened that we are in the process of expanding. And so we're now ramping up the speed of our expansion to hopefully get a new warehouse ready for the receipt of all this food.
Okay.
So how people can help is financially, really,
Right, to get that thing paid
get
for.
that thing. Yeah.
All right, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
No, that was awesome. So good news, Dave. Did you hear this?
Yes, of course.
So Congress just allocated to buy this farm food, like billions of. So it's going to be tons of food coming to Lane County, in addition to what they already have.
That's exciting.
I know, it's kind of cool. So we're here just watching this thing happen.
Feeding some people, baby.
Feeding some people. Look, he's just doing his work. So again, you really want in this, don't you? This guy's not a Summit Funding employee, but you know what? We don't care. So there he is.
Piece of action. Bring him over
He wants
here.
to be in. These are most of these other people down here are Summit Funding. That's right. And you guys, so Summit Funding is here today with Dave Cameron. This is his team. There's a lot more people at Summit Funding, but this is Dave's team. And they are putting together these snack packs. And I want to show you what's in them. So these are so kids can go home from school, and on the weekends they have food. So this is a little package of macaroni and cheese, and a kid can just make this in the microwave. They also have granola. This is local granola that's put together. I've done a story on this right here. And a local company helps put this together with local product. And then we have oatmeal for the weekend, and crackers, and raisins, and bars, and applesauce, and juice. So kids are chosen by the school, selected, who might need this food for the weekend, and they take it home. And they have something to eat over the weekend. So again, there's a lot of things that you can do to help Food for Lane County. And like they were talking about, you can have a drive, you can have friends over, you can get your people like this in here to volunteer with folks and help them out. But it's also the real thing, honestly, I'm just saying this, and they're not as much, but they really need money. They can purchase a lot more with your $10 or your $20 than you can by bringing it down here. So it's the smartest thing to do is really to turn in is to fund things, and that's really what they need. So yeah, you guys got a home room here. Look at this. So these are all volunteers. Now these are other people over here from other just volunteers that come in. So is this gentleman right over here, and these folks are all Summit Funding in here.
How many got there?
He's ready to go. So this is a granola that we did the story on, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys, this is This is Cereal for Youth, and it's put together by Attune Foods. And also, doesn't Glory Bee? I think Glory Bee has something to do with it. They provide the honey, and Grain Millers. And these are 3 local companies, and they put together these granola packs for school children that go into these snack packs. And so kids, and also they're giving out at kids at school. So if they come to school and they don't have any food and they haven't had breakfast, they can hand these out and the kids can have a little treat. So those are 3 other companies in town that work together to provide those little granola packs for kids. So Dave,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna let you get back to work, but how long have you guys been doing stuff like this?
I think this is our 5th year of doing things like this. Our first one was Food for Lane County too.
So
And then we do Habitat, but this is a lot of fun.
you do Habitat for Humanity. So this is part of being a businessman? 'Cause-
It's part of being a good citizen, and being a businessman means being a good citizen. Yes.
So you don't just sell mortgages, you have to participate
No,
in
you
your
give
community.
back. You have to give back. I enjoy it. The more you give, the more you get, Rick, right?
Yeah,
We know that.
you do. Okay, you guys,
Let's give
so
lots away and be happy about it.
again,
Right.
this is Food for Lane County, and Summit Funding is volunteering today, putting together these packages that'll be handed out to school children so that they will have snacks and things to eat on
On the
weekends.
weekends, really important.
So they
Rick,
will,
some of these kids, this is the only food they get on the weekend. Like, this is it.
that's Gina, the troublemaker. Oh, okay, so we've got a line of people. All right, Dave, thank you.
Thank you, Rick.
John
You're
Marie,
awesome,
thank
buddy.
you. Thank you, Food for Lane County. You guys remember, this is a great place to get involved with. And like they were suggesting, you can have parties, you can raise money. The best thing you can do is give money to the agency, though. And volunteers is always accepted, too. So tomorrow, we're going to start the morning a little bit early. We're going to be with a group. The Buck Stops here is going to be at eWeb, and they're having a conference where kids can come in, students who aren't looking at college right now, but looking at other kinds of jobs like in construction and things like that. So we're going to be talking with them, and then we're going to have the car wash is going to be at noon, and we're going to be talking about Look Me in the Eye, a campaign to help people with different abilities. Used to call them people with disabilities, but we call them people with different abilities. So they're going to be with us in the car wash, and then on Friday we're going to be in Coburg to talk with Seth with Cresswell Coffee, which is now Blue Valley Bistro, and they're going to be opening a shop in Coburg. So we're going to talk to the city manager and talk about the community and tell you kind of what's new in Coburg tomorrow with Cresswell Coffee / Blue Valley Bistro. And then on Friday night, a huge conference starts, a rendezvous with the Boy Scouts. And so Togo's Sandwiches is going to take us out there at 5 o'clock. We're going to be out at the rendezvous as all the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts come rolling in to do their thing. The car wash is Coburg Car Wash. It'll be right here. We call it At the Car Wash. And we're going to have Look Me in the Eye will be joining us, the Oregon Supported Living Program, to talk about what they do. So that's the weekend shows. Oh, and then on Sunday, we're going to be at the Out of the Darkness Walk. This is a walk to bring awareness to the issue of suicide in our community. And we're going to be joining Katie Hallert with the Stellar Home Team at Equinox is going to be joining us. And we're going to be talking to Carson Leiden, and he's a young man who's got over 265 people on his team to walk to bring awareness to the issue of suicide. All right, so we got lots of stuff planned for you. Have a good day. I will talk with you soon. Again, Get Real with Rick Dancer. Take this, share it on your page so other people know about the opportunities to get involved with feeding our community. Okay, it is. Loetta, you're so right. All right, we'll see you guys later.